Hola and welcome. I'm Marcus. I live here on the beautiful island of Tenerife, and every day I help people not only learn Spanish but feel it. Today we are going to look at something that determines success or failure. Your pronunciation and correct intonation. Imagine you're ordering in a tapas bar, but no one understands you, even though you know the right vocabulary. Frustrating, right? Often it's just a small syllable. Spanish is a very rewarding language. Once you understand the logic behind it, you can read any word you come across. Today we are going to use my color method and a very special part of your body, your nose. Take a quick breath, grab a coffee or a glass of water, and let's dive into the rhythm of Spanish language together. Let's start with the simplest thing. We call it rule number 1. In Spanish there are little visual signposts, accents. When you see an accent mark on a word, it's like a spotlight. It tells you you have to be loud and clear here. There are no exceptions. No matter where the accent mark is, that's where the stress is. Listen carefully. I give you 3 examples from my everyday life. Árbol, the tree. The A is pronounced. Canción, the song. We emphasize the end. Football, a soccer ball. The emphasis is on the first syllable. Did you notice the accent? Now repeat the words after me. Árbol. Canción. Football. Do you notice how confident you feel when the accent shows you the way? Write me a word with an accent in the comments if you already love the system. But what if there is no accent? Then my favorite tool comes into the play. The nose rule. Remember the word nose. The letters N-O-S-E, nose, as well as the other 3 vowels A, U and I, are our anchors. Rule 2 says if a word ends in one of these letters, we stress the penultimate syllable. Let's test this with my question and answer technique. I show you a word and you look at the end. Work is trabajo in Spanish. What does trabajo end on? Right, on O. And the O belongs to nose. So where do we stress it? Exactly, at the penultimate syllable, trabajo. Tomatoes are called tomates in Spanish. It ends in S. And the S belongs to the nose. Where's the focus? On the penultimate syllable, tomates. For they eat, we say in Spanish, comen. It ends in N. And the N also belongs to the nose. So, comen. Can you hear the sing-song? But be careful. What happens if the word ends in a different consonant? So not an N or an S. Then the energy moves to the very end of the word. Take a look at these classics. Blue is azul in Spanish and it ends in L. So it's not part of the nose. Therefore, azul. The infinitive of the verb to eat is comer in Spanish and it ends in R. So, comer. The name Daniel ends in L. So always Daniel. Quick check for you. Where do you stress the Spanish word for Tenerife? Right? It ends in E, nose. So, Tenerife. Perfect. Now that we know where to put the stress, let's look at how we actually say the letters in Spanish. In Spanish, every single letter is pronounced except for the H. This makes speaking very easy once you know everything. Let's look at some special characteristics that will help you sound like a native. The vowels, the foundation. Spanish vowels are short and very clear. A sounds like A as in father. E sounds like E as in bed. I sounds like I as in machine. O sounds like O as in cold. U sounds like U as in tuba. The silent gas, as I mentioned, is the H. It's always silent. When you see hola, you don't say the H. You say hola. Repeat after me. Hola. The letter C and G, these letters change depending on what follows them. C before E or I sounds like an S. For example, zebra. C before A, O, U or a consonant sounds like a K. For example, cactus. G before E or I is a scraping sound in the throat, like the J in jalapeno. For example, genial. G before A, O, U or a consonant is a hard G, like in the word go. The Spanish word, for example, gato, cat. The letter J always has the scraping sound from the throat. Think of it as a very strong H as in jalapeno. Let's try. Juan. The letter C is special. In Spain we pronounce it like the TH in thin. So juice in Spanish becomes zumo. In Latin America it sounds like an S, sumo. Here are some more special Spanish sounds. A. This is not an L sound. In Mallorca it sounds like a Y, like in Y and U. Always say Mallorca. Ñ. This letter with the little wave on it, it's like NY, similar to the word canyon. So you learn español and not español. We. In Spanish the we actually sounds like B. So wine in Spanish is pronounced like vino. Make sure your lips are closed saying vino. R. And finally the R is rolled. For example in the word restaurante. Give it a try. Restaurante. You roll it with your tongue. As you can see, with the right approach and a few color codes, Spanish suddenly becomes logical and lively. That's exactly how we work in my courses. We use stories, colors for grammar, and lots of interaction so that you can speak Spanish from the first day. If you are tired of dry textbooks and want to learn Spanish in a systematic and fun way, and maybe even right here with me in Tenerife, then visit me at marcuslanguageacademy.com. You will find the link right below this video. Thank you for joining me today. Stay tuned and muchas gracias y hasta pronto.